People should bring their books. Is there like a restriction or a limitation about what type of a book that should be reviewed in this platform?
Without the understanding of failure also, then kuba nzima to move forward in life, because ikhona nje misunderstanding esinayo about failures, and I think the ncwadi lena address like the difference between average people and achieving people is their perception and response to failure. Nothing else has the same kind of impact on people's ability to accomplish their desires. How people see and deal with failure impacts every aspect of their lives.
You question how you think, how you feel, even if it's a business book.
Yeah.
It boxes you in a corner. It boxes you in a corner. Then it moves on back. What are you willing to do? Even if it's a business book, it teaches you how to like maintain in those different in the mind, how to maintain a discipline, like a discipline that you have before who's address about it. If you man up like in regards to your failures, I feel like regardless of amount of like initially, that could be changed by response towards your own failures.
That's true. Nice line of problem. Understanding that taking risks can lead to both success and failure. But noba kwenzeka ntoni uzawulena a very good lesson. Thomas Edison une famous quote, uthi, I have not failed, I've just found 1,000 ways that do not work. So like the quote nje yodwa nje
it goes back to the chemistry laboratory.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Driving Conversation. We are back no my day now, and we have something as a preparation layer man for Nina, because I think it's been a while since the episode man. Is it so by two? I think previous episodes they two we had a band of which it was fun man. It was fun because nice ukufunda like from other people and from the experiences zabo, and ndisatshula ngoku like we need more guests yabo. Then namhlanje saphethe uMaday as a regular guest / co-host yabo yonke lonto leyo, and before we get into whatever esoyenza namhlanje.
I am doing fine. I hope everyone is doing fine. I am absolutely feeling good, and it's been a while, man. It's been a while, so I hope they find this episode like well in their hearts, or they receive it well, if I may say. Because it's been a while. Otherwise, I'm doing good.
No problem, man. I think kumnandi, and the weather itshintshile ngoku, like it's a bit cold. Umoya waseKapa utsho strong. But man, in terms of the episodes esawuyenza namhlanje, izaba ngencwadi because we believe by incwadi, like ufunda incwadi, it's something as spiritual, like we should practice more as abantu, because there's a lot esifundayo ezincwadini and it's nice xa ufunda incwadi and then you get those aha moments because incwadi, I always say like iyakupreparisha to whatever ozofacea nayo in the near future and kurare into yoba ufunda incwadi and then uthi like awufundanga nto like there's always something oyifumanayo from lo chapter oyifundayo or whatever, even if let's say you don't realize ngoku uba like you are learning into that's called as ixesha lihamba somehow uzayisebenzisa loo nto leyo uyifundayo and asifuni ife lando, especially apha kule podcast yethu, like as episodes of incwadi yabo, sibane sipusha incwadi, even though like zingaba ne-views ezincinci, but I believe ezixesha lihamba man yabo, abantu will get used to I think that is book reviews. Yeah, it's book reviews. And then abanye abantu who have ezinye incwadi that they think is interesting, like bangasuggesta nakuthi yabo, then we'll go through lo ncwadi leyo and then we'll try and do the episode ngayo.
Speaking of which, you know, namhlanje esikolweni I wrote an exam English. It was about readings, like different types of readings that are out there, different types of books, different types of literature, different types or different ways to teach literature to abantwana. I'm doing intermediate phase on e-education.
Yeah.
With preparations for being a teacher for law environment is a binjalo, like a grade 4, grade 5, grade 6. So I find it very amusing. Was ixesha lichintshile ngoku from when we were doing we were going to primary school, I may say, because you know, my primary school years, they just went by. It's not that but they felt like they went by. Like, but ngoku people about that generation ngoku exist somehow they remember like their primary school days, like content, how they were taught and all that. I just have just a few memories about that. So speaking of incwadi and books, can you chat about anyone who feels like they should bring incwadi abafuna like on the table, like we discuss? I have a question for you. That I want to pose. Here I see books here. Content yazo ndingathi it is mainly about the life we're living, right? And like stress, like trauma, anxiety, depression, yonke loo nto, like, so part of incwadi is a psychology basically, right? That
ezinye
zazo zikhona, yeah. And the ones that we've done, they are more business based, but as well as life based.
Yeah.
So when you tell about people should bring their books, is there like a restriction or a limitation about what type of a book that should be reviewed in this platform?
Like most incwadi is educational, like the business, the personal growth, like man, so like mostly as a personal growth, like in novel, not even go maybe andazi but in novel fictional books like zonke ezoncwadi ezo are not now yabo. Okwangoku like zincwadi is mainly about personal growth, yabo. I know ezinye novels like they touch into ezinye aspects of mindset, like siyafunda kuzo, yabo. But okwangoku ndifuna like ezi directed straight like into the personal growth, yabo. Ingaba nge-health yethu, nge-environment, but as a business nazo, like I think sibig kuzo kakhulu yabo as a business, because Atomic Habits ayingowe business kakhulu, but i-habits zizinto ezisebenzisa on a daily basis. So that's why I'm going to no man must touch it into goes yabo. Man, because I'm going to singenza like, let's say mzekelo a book review on Romeo and Juliet. Nah, not ngoku.
Like the safe, I think the answer is safe is not.
Not ngoku. Yabo. But also before ngene kuyo, Oh, benzosend a shout out to as guests zethu so
Oh,
yabo usive, like if umuntu bengayibukela i-previous episode besinayo, it was a nice episode besinayo noSive esiwalk through i-journey yakhe, then nekayanga ne-episode ekarate yabo, ayinishe out ezinye misconception ezininzi ebesinazo about ikarate yabo, then nekawandile kawandile nayo episode ibintswembu and still, but it's just a matter of time uba aphinde abuye yabo, because kukwindaba edonse nexesha yabo apho fumanisa uba siklashana khona, because I think sasitshilo almost uba sambiza back akaphinde azo showcase la talente yakhe yabo, then nawe yabo, but so irregular yongokwena, because I think ibinguwe i-first episode as a guest.
Oh yeah, is it?
Yeah, ibinguwe first episode. Andizumbala uGhost Girl lowa yabo, uDiana andizuyibale yakhe.
Sorry Diana.
Then noMaster, uMaster xa usebusy, then noShebe Sheet kula your vote.
No, when sithetha ngomaster nolwazi, master and lwazi, I want those guys here. I desperately need them both. I need them here because abantu like indlela abacinga ngayo is so powerful. It's so powerful. It gets you to think now, uziquestion about those beliefs zakho. About where do you stand?
Then man, ngoku sina I think 12 episodes, of which la promise sasiyenzile uba like 4 episodes a month sayikhiphile, and then siyakhula because ne-subscribers above 50, of which ibe milestone enkulu for thina le. So thanks to everyone who subscribed le yabo, we really appreciate loo nto leyo. Then going to i-business of the day ke ngoku, of which yile ncwadi yabo. So okugqibela before ndingene kuwe, the reason why ndindaphika yona for now, because kukho ezi zilapha yabo, of which ezi like property as a business ezinye, of which before ndizongena nakuzo ezi, I think ku-right uba sibe nayo le yabo, of which igama le book failing forward, because without the understanding of failure also, then kuba nzima to move forward in life yabo, because ikhona nje misunderstanding esinayo about failures yabo, and I think le ncwadi lena address, like it tries to explain uba failures are not one, like ayo nto yoba when uyifumene then it's the end of whatever obuzama ukuyenza yabo. So failure is just nje a mini setback yabo, then ke ngoku izaba definite if wena you stop loo nto leyo obuzama ukuyenza yabo. So nje failures, and ke ngoku into yoba like avoideki, that's one thing. Like failures awusoloko zipopa here and there, and ke ngoku if umntu uyazoyika kuzaba nzima to progress in life yabo, because there's no way ungazudibana nazo yabo. So as wabe ndisitsho uba the reason why ndiqonda uba okay masifake yona ngoku is because as a business, because kwi-business uzawudibana nazo ezo setbacks, and ke ngoku ungase ube prepared in terms of indlela ozozifeyisa ngazo.
And I like how you think and how you thought through land, because these books like zinokutsha, if I may say. So by choosing i-order of incwadi ofuna uyenza okanye incwadi ofuna uyenza on the day okanye on the episode, it's you saying but you finding a rhythm for you okanye i-viewers when you're listening into to connect everything.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
Because ezinye zizawuza neendlela zokwenza ezo businesses ezo, and then ufumaniseke ukuba umntu iflophe lo business leyo or kuflophe loo nto, not like kuflopha like entirely, kubekho loo setback, and ke ngoku umntu angakwazi udila with loo mini setback, ufumaniseke ukuba aclose it down whatever nto ebeyicingile. Yabo. So le ncwadi lena izawupreparisha umntu, let's say umzekelo kule property umntu uzama uqala lo property journey, ufumaniseke ukuba abe nalo problem, then after le ncwadi lena umntu uzawuyazi uba kufuneka enze ntoni. Yabo. And also i-disclaimer yoba asikhavarishi yonke into ekwincwadi, as uba nditshilo uba it's just a mini review lena, then it's advisable uba umntu ayoyicheck, yabo, so that azofumana like more on le ncwadi le. Yabo, thina nje like sine-mini summary nje, yabo, of le ncwadi, and it's always advisable uba umntu ahambe ayoyifumana. Yabo. Then okay, as njengezinye mos sine take out points from incwadi le. Yabo, of which le incwadi isenzele lula, yabo, because taking 13 steps umntu ekufuneka azazi when encountering i-fail, yabo. Uzamile nje qha ukubeka zona like ezo 13 steps, yabo, but before yona leyo uye azame ukuyidefine, yabo, uba what is failure. Of culture nowadays, like what do you think failure is?
That's you putting me on the spot. Before that, can I throw a question to you? You did mention a title. Did you mention the author of the book?
So igama lencwadi Failing Forward by John C. Maxwell, which is, it's a book about turning mistakes into stepping stones for success. Yeah.
Okay, then I can define what I think failure is.
Yeah, and also what do you think failing forward means?
Okay. I think failure would be you actually trying to obtain something and then not obtaining it. That would be failure. Okay. And then I want to keep it short. And then failing forward would be from what you want to obtain. Like okay, there's that much for me to get towards what I want to obtain. That's how I think it goes, or how it works.
Yeah, it's like failing forward yoba as busitsho mos, you have something oyenzayo and then somehow ube ne setback. Then when you fail forward, it's you going back to land. It's like yenzekile a setback, but you're not giving up. Yeah, but you are learning whatever ekudingeke uyifunde, and then you continue. Yeah, but you continue. Then okay, yeah. Let me read something corner like before we get into as 13 steps is. Because up we are trying to distinguish between average people and then our band that are like high achievers, of which band that we idolize. So Uti, the difference between average people and achieving people is their perception and response to fail. Nothing else has the same kind of impact on people's ability to accomplish their desires. How people see and deal with failure impacts every aspect of their lives. Yeah. So I thought like the piece, like it be a wow moment, like when I was reading like because like the way we the way we perceive a failure, yabo, it's how our lives will be sort of like determined, yabo, because if failure is like is unavoidable and we face them on a daily basis, and then how you react to lost setback layer is how your life will be shaped. Yabo. If you face a setback and then ube ngumuntu oqumbayo, then ujonge phansi, then awuzuba ngaba but uthi the achieving people, uthi there's average people and then there's other that like achieve. Yeah. Of which I would say, because nam it's not like ndifunde dala and nam the process of trying to redefine the failure, like what is failure and then how to tackle the failure, like aba high achieving people aba out there now, because like everyone else nam I've had the setbacks and then ndajonga phansi, but ngoku it's a matter of ukuzama to redefine mna and make sure that I don't repeat the same mistakes ebendizenzile ngokuya. Now, Matei, what do you think about that piece? Or I'm opinion like that difference.
I didn't feel a mistake.
Yeah.
It's a nice one, yabo. Angafuni sazibambile ngoku. I don't want to let it loose, yabo, because when we speak of a failure, it's something that is huge. And the nicest thing, yabo, reason why I asked that question firstly about is there a limitation of e-books that you accept on your platform? Then the answer was it was not no. Eh? Yeah. The answer was not yet, at least not yet, which means that means something. So the reason why I asked you that question, it is because each and every book we touch here, whether it's a business book, a psychological book, or like as not saying is valid, they sort of somehow go back to one's life. Then if you question how you think, how you feel, even if it's a business book, yeah, it boxes you in a corner. It boxes you in a corner. Then it goes back. What are you willing to do? Even if it's a business book, it teaches you how to like maintain in those different in the mind, how to maintain a discipline, like a discipline that you have before who's address and all that. I think the Buzero based on that because we novels or we drama. As Babu so chill there are like good organic great books about that you have to read between the lines. I don't wanna say go watch a Chris Nolan movie and then come back here. But like content danger iyakwazi uba force for nawe to perceive your life kuyo, like to watch yourself through as a moment so when is a situation izinje. So le piece ubusandifunda apha ke ngoku yabo, it is beautiful because society, if we speak of society, it is full of different field of different people yabo. And then in society you have e-household and then like e-diversity, increase number of population one. And then how we perceive izinto. A group of people will perceive izinto the same way, any group of people will perceive izinto the same way. So about this game we the average people and the failures, then how we perceive the failure, it also impacts us. Because how you perceive the failure as umdu, and the way you choose to act about it is part of a failing moment.
Exactly.
Because in what is it failing forward, right?
It is failing forward.
It is failing forward. So if it means what the title is failing forward, and then you kubeko into how reacted towards a failure, that can also destroy you. But if you don't react with failure, you are failing forward what you want to achieve. So that's what I picked up from that.
it's true, like because like it touch on kula moment of man sekubana umuntu nala setback, and then there's a lot umuntu akufuneka a decide uba uzaw continue kanjani ngobomi bakhe kula moment of facing lo setback leyo, of which kule case out sithi lo failure le yabo. Then abanye abantu they choose ba athi let go yonke lonto leyo acime, and ke ngoku iye you of which iye ibe into yoba ke ngoku umuntu will fear failure or fear ezo setbacks yabo, of which ke ngoku when you are afraid of failing, then it becomes a much bigger problem there. Because ngoku you won't even try, because you know that once you try uzo fail, and ke ngoku once you don't try, like uyahlala nje endaweni eyi-one, like you just being safe, awuzami ukwenza business, awuzami uyoqala maybe let's say eso sikolo if umuntu ebefuna ukuyela esikolweni akazuzama yabo nokuyobuyela esikolweni because woyika fail yabo ezo setbacks ezo.
And do you blame people, Mr., for reacting in that type of a way towards failure?
Okay, if failure is painful, it's not a nice thing. Yabo, it's painful emotionally and physically. More especially when you also have let's say abanye abantu aba around wena behleka yabo, it becomes but uye ube ne-low self-esteem yabo, uzidoubt noba should you go back uyenze lento le, because ngoku abantu bayahleka yabo. Even if let's say umzekelo ubuqala lo business yakho incinci, and then somehow after ezonyanga iflope, then uhlekwe ngabantu, buyahlekwa, uposte ko Facebook, like almost wonke umuntu unazo ezintona abantu abakutrolayo.
Oh, okay.
Abantu abakutrolayo fumanisa uba bayathetha behind your back yabo. So incwadi yona ithi uba like don't focus too much on ezonto ezo. Yes, unayo lo setback leyo, it's either you go back to le nto ubuyenza ulungise phana pha uphinde uqhubekeke, or else you can start enye yabo, you can start enye, even if like let's say awubuyeli back to le ubuyenza, ungaqala enye eventually uso. Yeah. And imagine there's something even for me to touch up with you so that, because ngoku sihamba off script, of which I think kuna kuba right yabo, but ke ngoku xa sesibuya back apha ke ngoku kwi-notes ezi sawuba nako uku-overlap, fumanise kubana izezinye izinto that we've covered yabo. But hayi man, so like as long as the message is avakala ebantwini, even if like we repeat the same thing, man, sizobona uba soqhuba kanjani, because bendifuna ukuhamba maybe like according to ezi 13 steps sibone uba sawuphelela phi. And maybe mandiqale maybe ngeyi-1 yabo. So like step number 1 uthi, as people we need to redefine fail yabo. We need to redefine failure, because nayo like indlela esi-understanda ngayo iyakwazi usibamba into not reaching our peak. Yabo. So okay, uqala ngokuthi like uzawuqala chaze like izinto that failure is not. Yabo. So yokuqala, of which besimentionile uba failure is not avoidable. Like noba wenza ntoni somehow uzawuzifacea ezo setbacks ezo.
Obviously.
Yabo. And ke ngoku if umuntu like, cause it's chill almost about ukuba nala moment of failure so kubhlungu yabo, and ke ngoku abanye abantu they try to avoid yabo, and ke ngoku even if uyazama avoid like ungazama avoid but somehow izo catch up with wena yabo, and ke ngoku the more you fail and get used to ezo setbacks ezo, then ke ngoku kulapho uzawubuilda khona i-courage ngoba okay whatever endiyenzayo there's a chance yoba ndingafeyila but awukhathali.
Sure.
Yabo, you just make sure that you try your best, and even if we are flop papa uzawuduster up, then uphinde uqhubekeke and pursue again instead of trying to avoid i-chances zoba ube exposed to fail yabo. Then enye ithi i-failure is objective.
Okay.
Yabo. So kukho into subjective kunye nento objective yabo. So into subjective man apha uthi 7 things that failure is not. So in this case it failure is not objective. Yabo, which means failure is subjective yabo, and by uba subjective ithetha uba it depends on the perspective yomntu.
Exactly, it comes from what.
Yabo. So we can face the same setback and when uyibone as failure but mina ndiyibone as maybe a chance for bandifunde yabo. So the same situation nyani ufumaniseke uba omnye izambetha imjule phansi ahlale kokwabo aqonde bangaphinda aphume yabo, but omnye umuntu indlela ayitreta ngayo like izaba different than wena yabo, because ufumaniseke ubana kubakho into zoba okay if you do 1 2 3 ifaila le yabo, then yena uyayishifta loo nto leyo athi uba no whether le nto ifaila or not idependa kuwe. So you decide to ba okay ndifailile apha okanye it was just a learning curve. Yabo. So failure is not subjective. No man. Sorry. Failure is subjective. Yabo. So you are the one who determines if what you do is failure or not. Basically it's subjective, which means what you think is a failure, others may think it's not. How you respond to your mistakes that determines whether it's an L or not. Now, thanks, John. Now, so I'll not know if you tell them from that piece because I think
I think I said but I'm not for best dog. But I don't know why it's Bambi because everything you've said, this information is not new to me. Because
true,
it is true in a sense of I have been experiencing failures and I think maybe there for something to amuse me and that's why am I waiting for something to amuse me so that this will respond. So why not amuse it, like people that are watching there, so that with the content of the day. So but any that you did touch about failure is subjective. About failure being subjective is a big step, like is a big thing. Sorry for saying big step. It's a big thing because now I have failed. I failed like a lot. And then you talked about his surroundings, right? Okay, here's an individual. Okay, I'll first make a short summary, then talk about my personal life because I don't mind. Here's a short summary. So I will fail, right?
Yeah.
And then kubeko, like people around me, whether it's family, friends, peers, or anyone about closest to my environment.
Yeah.
Right? So this person who failed, obviously also feel bad emotionally, also feel like some sort of distrust towards moving forward.
Yeah.
And then through yonke londo, how I project myself kwabanye abantu, or I'll try to hide no failure leyo kubo, or maybe it gets exposed by you failed into ethile wena, then the people around you will react, causing you now to react. Somewhere, somehow, I find it funny, You can fail, whatever you want to achieve, right? You try to save money, or you try to go to school, or you are in school, or when you're 17, then you fail, right? Right? If you man up, like, in regards to your failures, I feel like regardless of abantu bebezakuhleka initially, that could be changed by response yakho towards your own failures, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Because I can say now I have failed like a lot. It's been 10 years more in high school, but I've been position A1 for younger 10 years, which is a funny story. It's a funny story, man. It is a funny story. And it's something that and you should remember that I said I've been waiting for something to amuse me writing
So,
but I did get it. But yes. I did get it. Yeah, so I talked about like finishing school like 10 years ago, then going to varsity, then failing, right? And also failure is subjective, right? It's something within, right? You can fail, then react in a way. Ladies and gentlemen, or boys and girls that are watching, I want you to know, when you fail, it begins with your attitude. Like it begins with your attitude and discipline. So if your attitude towards something is like, no, I can't do this, but this situation forces you to do it, awuzukwazi uyenza okanye by chance okanye by luck ukwazi ukusucceed kuloo nto ufuna uyenza, yabo. So it happens, but how you respond to a failure will result to abanye abantu to respond to you in a certain way, whether they want to troll you or whether they want to make fun of you. But I feel like again of failure being subjective is that my failures is but there were some times where I was like, hey man, I am still alive. But I'm still young. I keep telling myself that. And any into was, I can do more. I can try something new out there. I can, as long as the more you fail, as long as when you keep yourself in the right position. You don't have to have money to to satisfy or to satisfy yourself after a failure. I always okay, I never told you this, but I think I'm gonna tell you today. I'm at war. War is a big word. I'm at war with young people, this generation and in particular, and my generation. I'm at war in terms of I want to put it like it is safer than out there. I'm at war with what this generation, our generation, especially us young people, in terms of choosing between right and wrong. I'm at war with that. I feel like society-wise, we are destroying each other. We are destroying ourselves. And then how we go about things as Tina Singabantu, like young people. I don't want to say black people. I don't want to use that. But as young people, Tina, of South Africa, we I mean, the statistics is more leaned on isn't or is it bad. I like the fact that we did a book up Atomic Habits, talking about good habits and bad habits. So yeah, I'm at war with that, man. I'm at war, and I feel like if I would love. Yo, and I would love. Yeah, and I would love for us, man, like to attend with themselves on how to move forward with certain things. And yeah, to take a decision is a big step, man. And I say like also take a decision. Not that I don't make mistakes or I didn't make mistakes in the past. And I said also take a decision, and a life-changing decision. Uqala assess it, okay, what am I gaining after the decision? What are the do's, what are the don'ts, and is it impact abani le nto ndizoyenza, right?
Not thinking forward.
Yeah.
Basically.
So yeah.
Yo, there's a lot to unpick here.
Yeah. Which is why I said I don't wanna talk now because we just started here. So
I think like usuke uyibheke yonke also, and I feel like kunako uba disadvantage because awuna notes. Yeah, awuna notes.
Yeah.
And then
but this is a video, man. They can always go back to Leno Dictator and think whatever I said. And now if I wanna think about but it's not gonna be something new because about everything that I speak of or indirectly represent, I know it.
Exactly.
Besides, if but I know indirectly represent like or what I say out there.
It's not like structure is better no and like this space is create layer for sifundisane nje sonke. And akho wrong or right way of saying into. If you want to speak for like the hour straightforward, platform ikhona umuntu makathethe yabo, and benza up kwenye point yabo, of which yileyo ngithetha futhi uba most zazo points lapha kule ncwadi sabe sithachile kuzo because umzekelo any point apha ethachayo yoba people think failure is the enemy. Most people try to avoid failure, but it takes adversity to create a success. Failure is good. Everything we learned it through making mistakes.
That is powerful there. But and I hope we always jump to the next point. I hope, which is part of la war now. Like in Donji, war in it's not that I hate people or I despise people. I understand about like from every like a point of view, and we are all not the same. We are so different. We are unique. I understand if and then you choose the wrong thing to do a booming. I understand because at some point in was defeat, just like failure would after Osando face fail.
And like created let's say decision to make Londo leyo, maybe let's say I choose the not so correct one. It's fine. Like a core problem up, but as long as as a realizer, a packer me as that stay up, and then I choose maybe the better direction. Now, because Lendole it's failing forward. It's not failing. We are failure, but you continue. You find ways zoba lo setback uyifumeneyo udlule kuyo. Udlule kuyo. Then failure is not final. People think failure is final. It's not. Even what seems to be a huge failure, it must not stop you from achieving. yabo. And then after the line le yabo, because la failure is not final, inako kuba explanatory yabo. Iyazichaza uba like as one sitch uba sizawuphinda le nto le yabo, uba we are failure but it's not the end of the road.
It's not
yabo. I-failure and ikhona enye, I think i-quote okanye but yenye into enabhamba kuyo kwincwadi like kule concept of i-fail.
Sure.
Isithi uba okay, ndizayithetha umzekelo kwizinto ze-experiments yabo. So you find uba i-scientists must let's say zifuna ukudiscoverisha lo new cure, maybe let's say i-cure for i-cancer yabo. But before bayifumane lo cure leyo, of which singathi yi-success yabo leya, abane-experiments ezi-thousands abezenzileyo yabo.
This is a shout out to Spogazi, by the way. Do you remember we outing the Sinai? She did talk about such a thing.
Okay.
Do you remember?
Umsebenzi wakhe ngiyakhumbula ngoba nithetha ngayo, but andiyazi like the details straight yabo. But I'm sure uzawuza ezixesha lihamba azo-explaina kahle.
She was basically talking about like the industry akuyo, they're designing a medicine for a variety of illnesses, and then they have test subjects like to try and see about whether the medicine works. I hope I don't mess this up. I'm trying to remember everything she said. Let me put me on number 3. So she was talking about test subjects of as medicine was produced well for the betterment of people. Then we conversation in jar. So but they have so many tests.
Like if let's say success most is to bring about the cure of low disease level. But ukuze bayifumane experiments abazenzileyo like trial and error abagoe through yena, I feel like zininzi kakhulu. But for the sake of i-maths yethu sasuke sithi maybe umzekelo benze ezi-1,000 yabo. And ke ngoku ufumaniseke uba izi-trials ke mos like ufumaniseke ubana bayayenza loo test leyo, then ibe ithi gqine negative results basically yabo. Le nto ayebefuna uachieve abakayi-achieve yabo. But if bayastop apha abazufika pha kula success leya yabo. But since ke ngoku into edibanise ne-experiment, into ka-trial and error, it's a norm yabo. Umntu uyayazi uba okay ndiyayenza experiment, if i-results ayizizo uyadiscarda okanye agcine ezo results ezo azirecord uba what happened yabo. And then ke ngoku aye ku-trial number 2 yabo, and a reference back to la trial 1 uba utshintshe ntoni na what. I feel like if failure besiyifacea like a chemistry experiment or no experiment leyo bekuzaba nice yabo, because phaa kweza experiments eziya umntu uyayazi uba okay like eqala nje uyayazi uba okay le nto ukuze ndiyifumane kufuneka ndibe no-trial and error, because uzawufunda as essence yabo. So
I sorry about that. Like I thought just came through. I almost like oppose again the thetayo, but napenda nabuya back to beliefs like neni thetayo. But if we were to assess a failure in terms of a chemistry laboratory of a way, let's fail, then we end up getting the right results, right? So i-counter attack yami ibiza uthi uba no Mr. Nkosana, a chemistry room is controlled, meaning that you have 7 apparatus, and then nelanduza yakho, ne-environment yakho, it is controlled and all that. Then ikhawula yambiza uthi, no man, when it comes to people, it's not controlled, because of failure, then we are abandoning, and then you get to be laughed. But back to Indoba, yes, the chemistry room is controlled, right? Meaning you can control yourself. You can control how you think, you can control how you perceive failure, and you can control how you tell about, you know what, I didn't make it ever sit. I didn't make it go on my matric. I didn't do so well. Like, even when let's say you were a horrible friend or a horrible person, like you were to laugh at my situation. Okay, the failure, I didn't make it, I couldn't do this. Then when from hearing that, now you will control your own environment inside. Then you know, man, mister, I couldn't like you can find a way and make a way, or you can find something, or you can try next time. So that's what I thought.
No. And I like the fact that we was like utemos ubone la nto yoba chemistry room is controlled, but wapina wabuya back, but you can also control. Because enye into of which I think ibaluleke kakhulu yoba you control the surrounding yakho, like who you have. Like if let's say business ideas, so abantu baxelelayo about your business idea, you know, like abantu abazayithatha bayise kwenye level. So kwa uqala nje lo foundation of lo business leyo, you know about, okay, I need to approach 1 2 3. But that's controlling, instead of just choosing abantu nje randomly abazoba kule business venture yakho. Like, and zininzi man izinto that as umuntu can control. Man, I like la analogy chemistry. Yoba life, if singamface like a chemistry experiment, yoba okay, I know experiments enza hapa zininzi. Uchilile nje cha umuntu bane senza experiments zakhe, afunde from past results, modify, and then aye kwi next experiment. Same applies with into dibanise no life. You try, when a setback ethile overwhelmed, it's just a setback, and then you modify whatever acting we modify, and then you try again. And then ke ngoku bensithi mos we are define like uba failure is not ezinto ebendizibizileyo, of which it's not avoidable, it's not final, it's not the enemy, it's not objective. So zonke zonto ezo, then ke ngoku azoyidefine ke ngoku ba what is failure. So uthi failure is a price you pay to achieve the success.
Price pay. So for people that had a clean sweep of a life in price now, what is the price do they pay?
But I unfortunately bane clean sweep, but ngathi bakwi advantage.
Okay.
Bakwi advantage. Because nabo banazo i-setbacks nabo.
Obviously.
And ezinye, like, if failure, it's not only into edibanise business and wealth. Ungafumanisa kubana umuntu uzalwe into wealth, but ke ngoku abene setbacks ezininzi when it comes to maybe i-family structure yakhe, like akavani ne-old lady, okanye i-old lady lisweleke fast. So that's also ezinye izinto.
Okay, that's understandable.
It's not necessarily into edibanise nemali ne-business. Ufumanise kubana ngamanye amaxesha i-relationship kwasa ne-partner yakhe, it's not as great. Izezinye izinto ezo eziba i-setback, and it takes oh yeah, whenever that happens kulapho ke ngoku umuntu kufuneka navigate khona kahle, because i-decision azoyithatha whenever, let's say, ispouse sakhe simshiyile, yabo, can determine uba i-future yakhe iya ngaphi. Yabo, abanye abantu they break, fumanise kubana kwasana ezo business yakhe benayo ifall apart. Yabo, so yeah, akho clean sweep, wonke umuntu uyayifumana ifashion yakhe.
And I just thought of something. Mr. Younger Kamtin, you know, I asked you, Mr. Younger Kamtin, while he was here talking about discipline away from an karate. Why quit Amasini karate, right? So we can call that a failure towards Indo-Yoruba, from being a child to afunde to umdala nguye. So if he hadn't failed karate, he should have continued, then became something out of karate. So I'm trying to raise a point of Uba. He failed because he didn't finish disciplines like karate. Well, he was forced from Ikuilanduza interview bunai. Well, he was forced by a year due to Koko Velez, right?
Yeah.
So I can call that a failure. But we can say failing forward would be. Remember the question that I posed about Mr. Young and Kamdeni, are you coming back like to discipline, like society, environment, to give them as a teachings also for mana based on karate lessons or nazo? Well, which is, I know that you possess a lot when it comes to law department there. So we can call law situation some part of a movement of failing forward.
If possible,
yeah.
If possible, then yabona, since sibane guests because there is new perspectives.
Obviously.
If you khumbula lekasive, yabo, uSive was saying uba akafuna uba tied into into.
Yeah, I remember.
Yabo, so we have to redefine like fluid so. Yabo, so kwinto yoba ukhona ukufeyila into into ne, then kube khona ukutshintsha i-direction omuva ngayo. Yabo.
Yeah.
So and ke ngoku you weigh izinto zakho ba okay, which one is more important at this point. Yabo. And ke ngoku kule case lekayanga, I think like we are going ba okay, at this point, you know, I need to focus my attention ngapha more. Yabo. And then ngapha I can always come back and umfelo kumosibesishilo ba it's not final. Yabo. Can always come back as an extracurricular activity. And ke ngoku zikhona ezinye izinto that are more important than ezinye.
And yabona ke le war bentindi nayo. Yabo, it's based on that. Yabo. It's me saying ba I would love to see Mr. Kamtin a teacher abantwana. Like, you know,
okay.
Yeah, it's me feeling that personally, but I would love to see Mr. Kamtin fundisa abantwana, like how to, like, it's part of that war. And then what we need to realize, we need to think as individuals before we take decisions as a group.
Yeah,
I think that's more important as well.
So, Mark. Okay, yeah, eso basically defining fail, of which would define about what failure is not, and then why define failure is the price you pay to achieve a success. So basically, it's something that you need to go through in order for ufmanela success. Same applies with the experiment analogy. Aba trial and error babo aba 1,000 abaya ekugqibeleni icho umuntu uzawuyifumana. Yabo. Then point number 2, yabo, uthi taking responsibility. Yabo. So ownership versus blame game. This step emphasizing owning your mistakes instead of blaming others or external factors. Take responsibilities for your actions and decisions. This allows you to learn from experience and make improvements going forward. Yabo. Failure is an inside job. Yeah, I think the up about failure is an inside job. Which we can attach into your
Yeah. Which makes me feel guilty because now I have failed. Then I blame game because I had an opportunity to do so.
Yeah.
You know, I dropped out of school in 2015 and CPUT, then went to UWC, then still I drop out again due to my own attitude. Because you can defeat yourself out there. And then it became failure is not the enemy.
Yeah.
And then on the past episodes, you are your own enemy as an individual.
That's true.
Yeah, like the time you emphasize that, like, you can go all over the world, like can't get like who is my enemy? Who is my enemy? The enemy yeah, iyenzeka la noba ube nazo enemies, right? It's part of life, but the biggest enemy onoba nayo is yourself. Like if awukwazi uzidiscipline wena, then you are at fault for or you are prone to make the same mistakes and the same failures again. Into ye-blame game yiyo le ndifuna ukuza kuyo. You know, I found myself blaming lectures. This lecture can't teach. This lecture is useless. This lecture can't do into Chile. You know, we all had an opportunity. Sahlala class in song, right? Or we lecture halls. Then safunda. Then I decided, no, I'll take a break, or I'll sit at the back, shake sabandu, or try to be the cool guy or whatever. And then you end up like not getting the right marks. Then you end up failing.
Yeah.
There's a lecturer in CPUT, a brilliant guy, and okay. This is more like therapy, right? I can say anything, so that this as well.
Oh, I drop in names is a lecturer.
No, I'm not gonna do that. Don't worry.
Yeah.
No, it's how I felt about him.
Okay.
It's not the other way around. No. I saw the Indians alone to like, you know, paint
yeah.
But I would always play myself because I know I'm capable of that. When it comes to ignorant or when I was ignorant, because when I defeated I'm in a stage or a step or a phase of my life. Defeating izinto is unnecessary. I'm breaking them down. There's a lecture in CPUT, and that lecture knows me so well. I used to hate that lecture. A brilliant guy. He was so successful. Like, he still is, and he's going places food. And that lecture, I hated the lecture because I failed test right? Then I shift the blame towards how he taught. And I shift the blame of how he was setting question papers to be difficult. I shift the blame to everything. I hated the environment. And then I paid for that. I failed, and then I dropped out of school. And then I went with that. And it was always something that was like in my mind. Because I'm trying to mature and maturing. I'm on a maturing process. And I realized that I went back and then that thing about, I did a horrible thing. But I'm going to meet that lecture somewhere in the road. Like, in this road of life, or we get to like, okay, I know you from somewhere, somehow. You know what? I'm truly sorry for thinking. And is a blend over how you think or how you perceive information can literally destroy you and make you into something. So I feel bad for Londo for doing that, and I understand because bakhona abantu abanjalo like currently.
Yeah, that's true.
Bakhona abantu abanjalo, yabo. I understand, and it's part of a phase of how you get to feel about things, which is a horrible thing.
Yeah. There's enye into like, okay, must but trying ownership versus the blame game. Now, then zikhona as failures ufumaniseke ubana okanye as setbacks that we can take accountability ngazo. Yabo, like umzekelo ukutshona i-test uzawuyazi uba okay, akhange ndifunde, akhange ndithini, yabo. Like ufumaniseke ubana ziphi, like it's a setback kwi-control yakho. Yabo. Then ke ngoku kubekho ezinye setbacks ebezi out of your control. Yabo. And ke ngoku ezo I feel like somehow ziyakwazi hit harder than ezi that you know uba ubone control of yona. Because apha bayakwazi, like eminye imizekelo enza ngayo, let's say une-restaurant. Yabo, une-restaurant yakho iyabhuma strong kakuhle, yabo. Then somehow ukuthi gqi i-floods. Yabo. So if floods bazibe khona ziswipe out i-restaurant yakho, and leyo yi-setback enkulu, and you don't, like, you didn't have much control of la event. Into a-natural disaster, and ikuswipe out nje ne-restaurant yakho. And ke ngoku you find uba kunzima to ubuye back, yabo, compared to into yoba i-business yakho uyitshonise ngokwakho. Like ufumaniseke ubana umismanage funds zakho and itshone, yabo. Leyo uyakwazi utake accountability, i-accountability ngayo. But when it's something enjenge-floods, so okanye kule ukuthethe ngayo, like, because uke wathetha ngento yoba kukho abanye abantu clean sweep, yabo, ufumaniseke ubana bane-advantage nje bezalo. Yabo. Then ke ngoku kubekho abanye abantu ufumaniseke ubana i-position azalwe kuyo i-disadvantage kakhulu, to a point yoba uqala ku-zero le e-back. And ke ngoku kufuneka yena like aspane kakhulu ukuze afike ku-level of abanye abantu. Yabo. So ezo setbacks ezo they hurt kakhulu, yabo, but zi-reality, and somehow we need to find ways soba siziface. Yabo. Xa seyifikile lo setback leyo, akho nto yoba sibe ne-excuses as too much, like, yes, disadvantage, but kufuneka siface ubomi, yabo, kakuhle. And ke ngoku silwe ngawona mandla, like uye nge-full force kuyo yonke into ofuna uyenza, and ucompete with abanye abantu ebengenazo ezo disadvantages ezo. Yabo. Yeah man, because eza setbacks ezingekho control yakho, they hit hard, and ufumaniseke uba when you were trying, but somehow into that you didn't have the control of yona, ikubethe ikubuyisela back, and kube nzima to bounce uqhubekeke.
And you did mention one of mhlawumbe you maybe wherever you are or noba wenza ntoni, you mentioned into yoba mhlawumbe losing a parent in a process of doing something. Then leyo naleyo we can put it out there, but iyabhilonga kwezo, because it's sort of like iyakusuppress, yabo, uba ungakwazi ucinga, ungakwazi uqhubekeka nento ufuna uyenza. Yeah, so it's something like that.
Of which, as points, ezinye zazo ziya-overlap, like umzekelo le ithi maintaining a positive attitude iya-tire into lena yoba whatever enzekayo kufuneka uthinke positive. Yabo.
And don't worry, Mr. Okay, wangathi you are worried, but we are, the content usiphathele yona namhlanje, we sort of like like
siyayixova,
but in a way it's a discipline because ikhona baseline that we are following. Because
that's true.
I know Chibas and I Kalela because every time we talk we hit into that exists
in corner. So like maintaining a positive attitude, growth mindset, developing a growth mindset is key. This means believing that your abilities and talents can be developed through effort and learning. It fosters an optimistic outlook that allows you to see failures opportunities, or that see failures as opportunities and not roadblocks.
A language is dangerous. When you say failures, how you perceive information, how information is read. When you say failures, things about and you know, this statement it's not talking about failures as in like individuals. It's talking failures as some sort of events.
The setbacks. The setbacks. Don't dwell on negative external factors or uncontrollable circumstances. So Lena yoba like which like yoba kufuna believe in the abilities zakho. Like if you know you are good at something, and then somehow kwenzeke lo setback in trust your abilities. Ukuba nala growth mindset yoba okay, if let's say zawuthi umuntu uyacula ekuculeni kwakho kokwenu kuyachiba like uyacula like ucula kamandi then kubekho umuntu ozothi or okanye ube ne show onayo then kuthiwa into leya but woyike ufumanise kubana like ube ne bad show ube ne stage fright abanye abantu like la moment leya ufumanise kuba umuntu akasoze aphinda acula gqibile, there is no way umuntu angaphinda adibane ne-mic aphinda acule so as babe ngisithi uba like even nakwi business ezi ufumanise uba umuntu aqala i-business iflop nje straight and ke ngoku if le ncwadi umuntu akayibethelelanga buso uzayibona laa nto as failure and shut it down. Hence bendisithi uba like it's a good thing uba singaqala le ncwadi like kwangoku sise and ndizawuphinde nditsho uba it's advisable uba umuntu ayoyifunda kakuhle le ncwadi le. Thina sayi-hip hopper twiste ngapha nangapha but kuba nice uba like umuntu ayifumana kakuhle but nathi sitoucha into ii-points ezikhona phaa kulaa ncwadi leya then ezinye because ikhona eminye imizekelo like endifuna ukungena kuzo because ezi points ezi singaphi na ezi-13 of which ngoku besiku number 3 but kulo number 3 ezinye zazo I'm sure sizithachile into zona so ndizawuzireda nje through zona then ndiye phaa kula mizekelo leya iphaa ezantsi.
Okay, no problem.
So number 3 maintaining a positive attitude. Then number 4 learning from mistakes of which kula mizekelo lowe chemistry analogy yoba uyayenza experiment yakho iyaflopa, you learn from your mistakes or from yonke loo nto leyo enzekileyo and then you move on to the next trial yakho up until you achieve la success uyifunayo. So analysis, not avoidance. Don't shy away from analyzing your failures. Ask yourself questions like what went wrong, what could I have done differently, or what can I learn from this experience. Identify the root cause of the failure to prevent similar situations in the future. Then 5 developing a resilience of which naleyo resilience was the ability to bounce back. I'll give up you, so I'm sure it's touching into you. So it Context matters. Put your failures in perspective. Consider the overall journey and the bigger picture. Not every setback should be viewed as a catastrophic event.
Yeah.
Avoid fixations. Don't dwell on past failures. Learn what you can and move forward.
Sure.
Focus your energy on present and future goals. Yabo. Nakulo mzekelo lo womntana okwazi ukucula abe ne-stage fright. So nathi uba like abanye abantu bayakwazi uyicima as uba akasoze aphinda acule. Yabo. Kanti if umuntu angayibona as just i-event eyi-one leya yoba okay phanga la mini leyana ndiye ndoyika. Yabo. Then ayazi uba okay kwi-next show uzawuzama umuntu. Same applies with the business. You learn kuloo nto leyo uba this is what went wrong apha. Then the next one I'll try and do 1, 2, 3 better, and then you move forward. Now, then 7, actually taking risks. Comfort zone escape. Growth often happens outside your comfort zone. This step encourages taking calculated risk and trying new things. Understand that taking a risk can lead to both success and failure. But either way, you learn a valuable lesson. Understanding that taking risks can lead to both success and failure. But noma kwenzeka ntoni uzawulearn a valuable lesson. So yeah man, whatever nto umuntu ebeyicinga kuso ayidime as by a risk, it's fine because the future is not determined. Asiyazi uba kuza kwenzeka ntoni ngengomso or kulo business venture umuntu afuna uyiqala. So umuntu makaqale, if ifailile okanye kwenzeke ntoni umuntu khona into azoyifunda apho. Then 9 or 8 athi embrace challenges. 9 athi learning from others. 10 athi finding humor in failure.
Yes.
11 celebrating small wins. That's a touch kuyo nali.
Yeah, I remember.
12 never giving up. 13 leaving a legacy of failure. So disfunde nje from 8 embracing the challenges. Should I read the 5 left? Kuzo zonke? Because touchile into zona.
Yeah, not really, man. Not really.
Because ndifuna ukuya phaka la mizekelo leya. Because I think some sort of case studies ezabantu abayi-3. That we deem as successful. Then go touchwa into not like a road towards success. But like they are not that special. Like umzekelo, there's Thomas Edison, of which he inventor of a light bulb, like oqala or inventor a light bulb.
No, invented light bulb now. I can't remember.
So Thomas Edison, a famous quote, uthi, I have not failed, I've just found 1,000 ways that do not work. So like la quote nje yodwa nje leya.
It goes back to lanto uyithethile chemistry laboratory experiences.
Yes. Like awufailanga, it's just that ufumene nje ezi 1,000 ways ezingasebenzini. And uyijonga kanjalo, it's more like ngoku uyayazi ba okay azikasebenzi ezi. Which means ukwi-process of ufinder le isebenzayo. Like awuyiclosanga i-chapter yakho yoba yo ndizame ka-1,000 ndifailile. No, it's just that uzame ka-1,000 and awukayifumani le nto uyifunayo. And uzawuzama okwe-1,001, 2, 3 up until uyifumane.
It's funny how Mr. Everything sort of connects with everything. And I find that very, 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 very amusing and yazba, and it amazes me so much, like to get that, but like everything connects.
Yeah.
The point that you just brought out, it doesn't work if you don't take accountability, which is one of the things that you did mention up.
Yeah.
Right? Because now I'm a tutor, right? And then I get to meet different people, like every time I share a room or a space with people that I tutor. Yeah. Some of them are coming out of like deep failure, like sad failure. Some of them, they just failed or couldn't make it, or abanye, they just want to improve the results.
Yeah.
But if there's no action taken as an accountability towards that, nothing can be achieved.
Yeah.
But any indo is that we need to take, just like the book says, or what you just read, we need to take accountability and we need to cherish indo your failures.
Yeah.
Well, it's some sort of backbone or a platform that you can build from. So it should be like that. And when it comes to like matric results, you become one, as in cool and as peers, right?
Yeah.
You get to find out, well, okay, this percentage didn't make it towards a matric or grade 12.
Yeah.
They did, but they didn't do so well. Abanye, they did so well, and then Ufman said, well, okay, we'll create a like different sets of environment within one environment. Because any in fear of failing. Like I know people fear to go back and rewrite their matrix because they don't want to repeat the same thing again. And then they feel like, you know what, I failed. Let me just kick back and relax. Just because Uvuyo excelled. What on social media about code 7 about Chile and whatsoever. I can't even reach there. Kandi Nando, it goes with and it goes with how they feel about things. Because he setbacks, I feel like he has deemed his setbacks. As much as he said, I feel like we need his setback. Because sifuna ngazo Mr. And as the movie nandibukele. I know movies are fictional, but one character said you need to fail in order to realize about what you want other will mean. And I don't know how by the team, but it was along those lines. But we are doing like to not make it so that you know what you want. Like at the end, like end game yakuyas. So it was something like that.
Lendo lega Edison, man.
1,000 mistakes.
1,000 mistakes. Well, 1,000 ways that do not work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like business. So business, flop. It's not like failing when it comes to business. It's just that when they business say one that didn't work and you stand a chance over ungenza enye, and there's a lot of lessons from Londole. So just to continue up, despite numerous setbacks and failed attempts, Edison persisted until he finally succeeded in inventing the electric light bulb. His story illustrates the importance of resilience and perseverance in the face of failure. Because in the befunu it's like uzamukwenza into engekenziwe. Because electric light bulb ingekabikho. Like leyo yi-task enkulu, and I'm sure maybe i-peers bezimhleka, and I think inventor of i-telephone khandilibelwa ngani. Why introduce lo idea leyo bana ufuna abantu bathethe through like without basibe lapha like unokuthethe nomuntu okwenye country uso yabo. Then I think ipeers zakhe zamhleka xa izanalo idea leyo, and at some point waye wasiwa nasesibhedlele for uba ayocheckwa because uza nento eforeign engaziwayo yabo. But no, yena at some point wade wayifumana yabo, because he believed on i-idea yakhe and wenza trial and error yabo, because kukho nenye concept of do not transfer limitations zakho to omnye umuntu. Ufumaniseke ubana ifriend yakho iyaza izosherisha i-idea, but since when uyibona le nto le based on i-experience yakho uyibona uba ayisebenzi le nto le, umfide straight ngendlela ezininzi zoba ayizusebenza ngayo, and it discourages loo nto leyo yabo. Kanti yes, umuntu ungamxelela into yoba okay makabe aware of 1 2 3, but umotivate uba makathi go ahead, because if akayenzi laa nto leya uluza a learning opportunity naye yabo, unless ke yinto ufumaniseke ubana yi-crime yabo, then ke kwi-crime ke ungazama ukumcima yabo. But if it's just business venture ethile, unike go ahead afunde then aye kwenye into yabo. Bendifuna kowesibini umntu because leka-Thomas Edison I think ndigqibile yona. Then
I think that one will be the last person. Checking power
kwixesha eli.
Besides the clash, power source.
Okay. Singabi na cut down there. Okay, I think ndizawathatha uboyi-2 but ndizawathatha first.
Okay.
Yabo. So omnye ngu-J.K. Rowling yabo. I think yi-writer. Yi-writer ka-Harry Potter yabo. Harry Potter ngokubhig yabo, siyamazi mazi nobune this-series wena ayizo-series kodwa but une-chapter ezingaphi.
It came from books and
exactly
with theatre, then after theatre box office or with big screen
yabo. So J.K. Rowling faced multiple rejections from the publishers yabo. However, instead of giving up, she continued to believe in her story and eventually found a publisher willing to take a chance on her work. Because the reason why ndifuna uzihighlighta ezi story is because njengoba singazazi uba what happened ku-background, because ufumaniseke ubana abanintsi abanye abantu abanezo ncwadi ezo but bathenwe down then umntu agive up yabo. Kanti yena wabane enkqonkqoza till ngoku ufumaniseke ubana like usitsho uba ibincwadi zabhalwa incwadi zaninzi yaya kwi-theatre, then from i-theatre yaya kwi-movies yabo. Kanti if la first no yakhe ebeye wayi-accept ngesingamazwi i-report yabo. So yilaa nto yoba on no from abanye abantu doesn't mean uba le nto yakho uzama uyenza it's like done yabo. It just means uba khawuhambe uyokhangela abanye abantu that might maybe accept le nto yakho and believe kwinto that you think you are good at and you believe uba inzwemu yabo. Then eyokugqibela uSteve Jobs yabo. So uSteve Jobs and getting fired from Apple yabo. So after being fired from the company that he co-founded, Steve Jobs experienced a period of failure and uncertainty. However, he didn't let this setback define him. Instead, Jobs went on to start another successful company, which was Pixar, before eventually returning back to Apple and leading it to even greater success. So his story demonstrates how failure can be a catalyst for growth and reinvention. So Steve Jobs baqala co-founding April wakhe yabo, that's big. Somehow bamgxotsha as CEO yabo, because xa usenekhampani kubakho i-board members, then ube ne-share ethile yabo, even though iqalwe nguwe but as ikhula yabo, abanye abantu babe ne-power over wena yabo, bakukhuphe
voting you out, something like that.
Yeah, and ke ngoku I can only imagine what was going through imindi yakhe when that happened. Once uba uqalile le company lena, then ngoku awusena control of yona yabo, bakhuphe abantu, and abanye abantu when that happens umuntu uyawusuke ahlale phansi ayeke kwanto edibanise ne-tech yabo, but yena wathi okay igcineni loo company leyo, baqala enye company of which ngilopizza lo yabo, but ke ngoku since ke ngoku ngapha kulaa company ingasekho laa touch yakhe yabo, somehow ayaqhubeka ngale ndlela yokucinga uqhubeka ngayo yabo, and ke ngoku since bebona nomnye umsebenzi uJobs ebemenza from le company intsha yabo, baphinda bamtsala back, of which wabuyela back naye, and ke ngoku waza nezinye inventions ezintswembu kakhulu yabo. So like laa nto, instead of imenze alile ahlale phansi angenzi next, iye yabringa out i-hunger, and I'm sure ebe angry towards bona, but loo nto leyo uyithumele towards le new company yabo. So yonke la anger ibe nayo ayithumela towards i-new company, and waphela ebuyela back to u-April wakhe, and wamreinventa waba ngulo April lo simaziyo uNtswembu kangaka ngoku yabo. So yeah, stories like it demonstrates how failure can be a catalyst for growth and reinvention yabo. So yeah, I think they end up, man. And ezi story ezi zika-Thomas Edison no Rowling no Steve Jobs azikho phaa kulaa ncwadi, but these stories nje that I felt like iyatire into le ncwadi yabo, because andifuna usherisha like yonke into edibanise nale ncwadi yabo. So abantu can go and check le ncwadi, man, and also can check ezinye iincwadi, but i-nice man lena when it comes to ukufacea i-setbacks yabo, because istory ezilapha yo like ngabantu ufumaniseke ubana okay ngoku nawe ubunoqonda uba okay mawucime uyeke yonke loo nto leyo yabo, but ufumaniseke uba abantu like bayakwazi ukusuka from zero baziqoqoshe babuyele back to the top yabo. So yeah, ngahamba noyi-checker out u-Failing Forward, but by John C. Maxwell yabo, turning mistakes into stepping stones for success. And yeah, I think it'd be nice, man, even though singalandelanga i-structure ebendisisile apha, but I feel like we touched on important points ezichazwa yile ncwadi yabo. And yes, asizozichaza like how incwadi is chaze ngayo, because I'm sure ine-jabs even more yona yabo, like ezi story is. But yeah, man, thanks from icala lam sanibona ngeli xesha. But hey, any last words?
Yeah, I did enjoy this piece from Encwadini, because yeah, because it's more of like omnye umntu, you use them to as a point of reference,
yeah,
but not towards equals zakho okanye ezakhe. What am I trying to say again? But I'm trying to say about wherever you are, how you go about things. Even though mnandi with some stream of life, I should like allow ingqondo yam to discipline myself, so that okay, this is how you maneuver with those needs. So now let me try to maneuver with some stream.
Yeah,
like
you learn from indlela abanye abantu abamuva ngakhona.
Yeah, then
not necessarily to copy, but to add to whatever oyenzayo.
Like as a point of reference, so that requires you to have a sense of belonging, and somehow you find what you're looking for. So man, it was really enjoyable.
yeah, thanks to everyone who tuned in. And yeah, like we said, like if abantu banencwadi that they think about like the educational and they can add value to abantu abaninzi, bangazibhala kwi-comments sawuzinika ixesha nathi sikhe sigoye through zona, not uba like if umuntu incwadi yakhe ibhaliwe phaa kwi-next episode izawuba about yona, because nathi sinelist yethu esinayo yabo, but phofu kwasa ufunda incwadi kuthatha ixesha yabo. So andazi maybe when future episode ingavela loo ncwadi leyo, okanye umntu as an invite aze introduce loo ncwadi apha kuthi, because zininzi incwadi man that like esinothatha into zona yabo, and ezinye endisendizifundile azikho kwalapha yabo, and asikathathi into ezinye I feel like kufuneka zithathwe into i-chapters, especially ezize-property esizongena kuzo. Like I feel like i-hour is not enough to cover zona yabo. So zona maybe they'll break it down into i-chapter ezithile, because ininzi into ethethwayo phaa when it comes to teaching us nge-property. Then yeah man,
you should also mention about whoever who wants to come to your platform, because what we did, who wants to share their 2 cents okanye into abayenzayo that is more educational or that adds value to our abantu, they are more than welcome.
Yeah, that's very much true. Like wonke umuntu is welcome, and as long as uzozisa into like that's educational, okanye omnye if let's say uzawufuna uzopromota like loo business yakhe uso yi-platform leyo, like whereby apho sosharisha i-journey towards business yakho, and then abanye abantu of which ngoku sisenabantu abayi-63 okwangoku, but as i-platform ikhula so yabo i-exposure izawuba ninzi, then abantu can get to know whatever oyenzayo yabo. And yeah, that's it from my side.
And now I'm so attached to Lendo Yenzayo, because I get to expose a lot of things. Like mentality can defeat umuntu, right? Ihlala endlini into eyenzekayo kuwo mental or psychological. Like as music, we can't like talk about them. Like I feel like you created a space for yourself, a space for abanye abantu like to share and to feel okay, now we go through the into, and then I think I understand what was now. And people should find surroundings that are more not comfortable, but because a person can show up and look the part about you trustworthy. I can tell them immediately feel or I can tell them my problems. But they go about the wrong way. People out there should talk. You should find someone to talk to. The more you talk, the more you see now about you're gaining from sharing or just to help someone out of nowhere. That is a nice thing to do. Yeah, I think that's it from my side.
Yeah, thanks for as always, Mate. Because as people we need to talk. We need to talk. So yeah, massive namhlanje. Sawabona abantu next episode. Let us make guest okanye sizile for incwadi, but I feel like failing forward is a good foundation for ezinye incwadi ezizayo. So yeah, thanks. Sure.